Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be doing our monthly budget for the month of January. I know it's already mid-month, but I still wanted to share our budget and just have it documented so it's something that I can look back on. Also because for this month's income, we are going to be working with a lot less than previous months, you know, coming out of the holidays, overtime and all that. So we were working with quite a bit in previous months, but for January, it is going to be quite a bit less, but we will be able to pay all of our bills. Our variable expenses will be covered and our debts will be covered. It'll just be a lot less money that we can save for the entire month. And hopefully, you know, we can work with a little bit of just overtime or extra money. I know I will be getting paid from YouTube, but I do not include that into our monthly numbers. That is a separate budget. With all that being said, I did want to address the lighting. I know it is a lot gloomier than other videos of mine, but I just turned off the kitchen lights right above me because it does give quite a bit of glare to the cover of the budget book. Once I get into the budget, I will turn those lights on and it will be a lot brighter. So I hope you don't mind the gloominess of the intro. So anyway, this is going to be my budget book for 2023. It is an undated budget book by the Elevated Life Co. company. I will leave the link in the description box just in case you are interested. I don't know if I mentioned, it is an undated budget book, although it does say 2023. And if you buy it mid-year, you can always just cover it with a sticker, or you know, that's not a big deal. It is undated, like I said. And I will also link the Crafty Budgeter Brittany's the video here where she does go a lot more in depth with this book, and she does a way better job than I ever will. And she is the co-founder along with Taylor from Taylor Budgets. They created this book and I truly love it. I used their 2022 version, and this one I think is just a lot better, and it kind of feeds my needs a lot more. I can't talk today. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up to the budget. I have not set up my monthly spread. I'm still going to do it because I just like things to look pretty, and you know, I don't like to leave things empty. But and I'm also going to fill this out. I'm going to go ahead and get into the monthly budget spread, and I'm going to zoom you guys in, and I will also turn on the kitchen lights so that you guys aren't in the dark. Okay, hopefully the lighting is a lot better. I'm going to tilt it to the side just so that I'm able to write more comfortably. I will leave a brief description in the description box, just talking about my family and myself and how our finances are set up, just not to take a lot more time going over all of that, and then we can just get straight into the budget. So for income, we are going to be working with $7,000 for the entire month. Like I said, side income, which technically is pretty much just my YouTube paycheck, I do not account for that in the monthly budget. It is something that will be budgeted separately, although I still like to include it on here because I will add it to the actuals once I put actuals in every single thing. I just like to look back and see if we were over budget in certain areas, if we were under budget, and how much more income or how much less income came into our household. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get into the fixed expenses, which are expenses that pretty much your bills. They are going to be bills that you pay every single month. So I'm gonna start with mortgage, and that is $2,095. I think I should scoot you guys in a little bit more. Not scoot you, zoom you in. All right, the lighting changed a bit, so sorry about that. And for utilities, for this month, we are budgeting $350. This does include the gas, the lights, the trash, and the water bill. I like to just jumble everything together, but in our monthly spread, I do place them whenever they are due. So that is it for utilities. Union dues, $95. US Law Shield, $19. Cell phone, $365. This isn't going to be an every month amount. It is just because we got a couple new phones and all the fees and everything. But for next month, it should be a lot lower. For subscriptions, that is a total of $74. We don't have very many subscriptions, but all the ones we do, I just jumble them all together. And those, I do not put them whenever they are due in our monthly spread. I just account for them the first or the second day of I think it's the second day of the month. And I account for the money on the second, and then they do come out whenever they are due. ADT, $73. Life insurance, $64. This is life insurance for Brian and myself. Mother-in-law's life insurance, $12. It is a lot more, but Brian does split it with his siblings. For the internet, $85. Rides, it's going to be $270. I have mentioned and said many times, I do have 2 stepchildren, so they do get taken to and from school, and this is what we pay. It's usually $300, but they are going to be off a few days in, this is actually for February, so we are paying a month ahead, and a few days they're not going to go to school, so I think it's holidays or something, I'm not sure. Anyway, that is why it is less than $300, and we do pay for them to, like I said, be taken to and from school. Child support, $700. Again, I have mentioned many times, but this is just, I like to explain just in case you are new to my channel and maybe you are in a similar situation. This is not everything that gets paid in child support. There is a lot more that gets taken out on the back end of, our budget, but this is just what we account for in our monthly budget. And then services, $160. This is the only bill that we do pay in cash. Everything else gets taken out automatically, or it is just Zelle transferred to get paid for. So $160, that is $100 for our pool cleaning service, $50 for our landscaping service, and then an additional $10 that we are putting aside in order to have at least $50 for each for a Christmas bonus at the end of the year. So that is pretty much all of our fixed expenses. So I'm going to go ahead and add up all of these totals, and we can put the total down here. That is a total of $4,362. So I'm going to put this here, 4,362, and I'm going to subtract that from the $7,000, 4,362. So we have a remaining balance of $2,638. Now we're going to go into our variable expenses, and I like to use pink for that. So this is for the entire month. For gas, $180. I was budgeting $200, but the gas prices have decreased. I think $180 will be fine. And we do have 2 cars. One of them is a very gas efficient car. It's a small Mitsubishi Outlander. It's a tiny SUV, but it does pretty good on gas. And then we do have, technically it's more Brian's car, a 92 Bronco. That one does take quite a bit of gas, but we usually just use that car kind of like, as a fun type of car. If we're going to drive long distance or just we're going to waste a lot of gas, then we do use our more gas efficient car. And by the way, I am a stay-at-home mom, so I don't use the car to commute to work besides just running errands locally. And Brian does have a work truck, and his job provides the gas for the work truck, so we don't have to budget so much in gas. It is such a blessing because I know gas prices, and some people I've seen, they have to budget $500-600 just alone in gas, and that is such a high amount to be coming out of someone's budget, but we have to do what we have to do. So but yeah, that's pretty much it for gas. For miscellaneous, I'm budgeting $60 for the month. This is just to maybe cover any other areas that we might have been over, or any miscellaneous expense that doesn't really go into any of these categories can be taken out of there. Pets is getting $80 for the month. Beauty, $80 for the month. Kids, also $80 for the month. Any kids expense, pretty much we can have a little bit money put aside for that. Beauty is mainly haircuts. I don't really account for anything else other than haircuts. if I do spend anything on myself, like threading my brows or getting a lipstick or something, which I don't really wear makeup at all. But if I did, then I would just take it out of my personal spending instead of beauty. And then pets, of course, just dog food and doggy pads and snacks, stuff like that. For giving, $20 a month. Personal, that is $220. So it is $160 for Brian and $60 for myself. Like I said, I do stay home and I don't spend very much, so I'm only giving myself $15 per week, and Brian does work outside of the home, so he is gonna get $40 per week. We did decrease it a little bit just because, like I said, we're not working with as much as previous months, and I think we'll be good. So takeout is gonna be getting $250. I am realistic, so although we can use this money maybe to put it more towards savings, I know we still are gonna eat takeout just because, you know, sometimes I'm lazy to cook, or maybe the kids are craving something, or Brian gets something for lunch for work. So I did want to put some aside. It is $50 less than previous months, so I'm hoping that we are under budget. If not, we do meet the $250 at least. So far, so good. So we'll just see how the month ends. For groceries, I'm budgeting $575. For household, $80. And for household, it's pretty much anything that has to do with the home, paper towels, toilet paper, all that type of stuff. A lot of people do put it in their grocery budget, but I do like to separate that. So that's pretty much going to be it for our variable expenses. I'm going to add that up, and then I'm going to put it here in this line here. And then this is something separate, which I will go over in a little bit. So let me go ahead and add all of this up. That is a total of $1,625. So this is for all of the variable expenses. And then this little section here is for my daughter and I's birthday celebration. So we are going to be putting $250 aside for that. And that's just to have like a little dinner or party here at home. Nothing crazy, but I do like to add it into the monthly budget if I know it is something that is going to be coming up within the month. Since this is an extra expense, I like to account for it in this orange color. As you can tell, I color code everything. Let me add the 250 plus 250, and then we can get the total, which is $1,875 for that. $1,875. And if we subtract that from $2,638, we get a total of $763 left to budget. My daughter just woke up, so I'm gonna have to take a quick break. Now let's go down to debts and sinking funds. We only have one debt. Well, technically we have two, but I have explained before that our car payment, we are paid all the way up until April of 2023. And the minimum payment for that car is $450. Now it is 0 interest, so we haven't been accruing any interest throughout the whole time we haven't been paying it. And the reason is we wanted to concentrate on getting this Wells Fargo credit card paid off. And that's a minimum of $450. Well, technically it's only around $50, but we do give a minimum of $450. So we can have it well paid off before December 2023, which is when the promotion of 0 interest expires. We have $4,000 as a balance. So once this payment is applied to it, it will be a little under $3,500. We're still hoping to pay it before we go on our trip, which is pretty much we paid our trip, the flights and everything with this credit card. Normally, I would not suggest for anybody to put a trip on a credit card, but we did it because we had a plan. We got cash back for opening that credit card, and we knew we would be able to pay it off before the promotion was over. Technically, we do have enough savings to where we could have just paid it up front, but we did want to take advantage of just the cashback rewards of the promotional cash, like $200-300 that we got just for signing up for the credit card. Just the benefits of having a credit card. But if all else fails, we do have the money to pay the credit card completely off. Anyway, so that's $450 for the Wells Fargo credit card. And for sinking funds, we are putting aside a total of $310. We're not able to add too much to sinking funds, but any little bit counts. So I'm going to add that up. That is $760 total. Wait, yeah, so we're good. And that is the remaining balance once you subtract 760 from 763, a remaining balance of $3. And we're just going to keep that in the checking account buffer. I did break down the sinking funds. I have it back here in the notes. Let me put this pen down. So I do like to, since there isn't so much space here to put all the sinking funds, if you don't have many sinking funds, then you more than likely have space here, but I have quite a lot. So I do break it down in this back part, this notes section. Let me zoom you guys out. I do have all of the sinking funds listed here, and this is the category, the budgeted amount, and this is the actual. So at the end of the month, I will come back and I will see how much we were actually able to add into every sinking fund. As you can see, most of them are not going to be getting any love this month, at least not the budgeted amount. We will see at the end of the month, but I did want to have it all broken down here because these are sinking funds. We at least want to contribute every single month, whether we have a lot to work with or not very much. So emergency fund, $20, home maintenance, $40, car maintenance, $20. All of these aren't getting anything. We go down to health, $10, vacations, $30. My kids' savings, $90. That is splitting it up between all four of them. They do have different amounts just based on their age. Birthdays, $100. And then everything else isn't getting anything. So that is the total of $310 in sinking funds. One thing I really like about this note section is the fact that it's like a dot grid, so everything looks really clean. The older version, it was just a blank page. So if you normally don't write straight, then your writing would be all wonky, which mine was. But anyway, I did want to throw that out there to let you know. I'm pretty sure you can tell, but they're just really tiny. So that's pretty much gonna be it. That's the plan for the month of January. I will come back, and I won't do it on screen, but I will come back and put all the actuals and see where we are at the end of the month. Let me know if you have already set up your budget or are you late like I am. It is not too late. You can still get a hold of your monthly budget. Close it, please. Thank you. Thank you. It is not too late if you haven't done it. If anything, it builds up the habit of doing your budget monthly, weekly, whenever you do get paid. I did want to share a couple of things that I will be using for this year as far as the expense tracking goes. Many things are going to stay the same, but I did want to share one more thing that I am incorporating. I was looking for a planner to track my expenses with stickers. If you guys see my cash on stuffings, I like to track our expenses with stickers in my monthly spread, but this particular planner, it does not fit these stickers that I like to use. So this monthly spread, I'm just gonna leave it to have appointments and paydays and when the bills are due, and that's what this monthly spread will be for. But to track my spending with stickers, I did want to use this one. I found it at Target. And I have been looking for something where it is just the monthly spread, but it is in a book. I didn't want to print a calendar, like print the page of a calendar. I wanted to find something that had the monthly spreads, but it didn't have a lot of the weekly pages because I really wouldn't use them. And I just thought it was a waste of a planner because I did just mainly like to use, it does come with a pocket, by the way. Ooh, I almost burned myself. And it came with October, November, and December, but obviously I'm not going to be using these. It is not a budget planner. It is just, let me move this out of the way just so I can show you guys. So this is pretty much what I will be using as far as the monthly spread goes, to place all of the stickers and track everything. And it is, like I said, it's pretty much just the monthly spread. And I really, really like it. I love purple, so when I saw this and I saw that it was just the months, I had to have it. And it is, I think it's like $12. It isn't the most affordable thing for just a few pages, but it is something that I have been looking for. And like I said, it does have this pocket here, so I'll be able to place all of my expense tracker stickers, anything that I will add to this planner. And then it did come with 2 of these sticker sheets. It also comes with, what did it come with? Oh, it came with this little bookmark, but I'm using it for this planner. So this is pretty much what I will be using to track my spending with stickers, like I mentioned. And I will also continue to use the notebook that I used last year because I want to use things up. So I will still be using this as a spending tracker. This planner does have spending trackers in the back of every month, but I might use this for something else. I'm not sure what I want to use it for because I do want to use up the entire planner. I don't want to leave empty pages. So I still don't know what I want to use these for, but I want to continue to use this notebook to track and then this to track just with stickers and everything. And that's pretty much it. Actually, one more thing that I will still be using, if you have seen any of my videos, you've seen this notebook time and time again. So I was using this notebook to, whenever I would do my cash stuffings, I would have it here next to me to know what I'm going to stuff in every single category. So I'm going to continue to use this notebook just as rough drafts. I have so many pages still, and I don't want to start using something else and pretty much just leave this halfway full. So I will be continuing to use this this notebook, but I will just be using it as a rough draft notebook. You might continue to see this notebook in my cash stuffing videos. You might not. I might just alternate, maybe, depending on what I feel like using that particular week. So I did want to buy new things to use for the new year, and I also wanted to use up some of the old things that I already have. Not that I'm on a no spend or a no buy year. It's just I am trying to be a little bit more intentional about using the things that I do have, but also include new things because they also make me happy. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as always, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day or night. See you next time. Bye.